Balarama Holness ran for mayor of Montreal in 2021, then founded and led the provincial Bloc Montreal Party in 2022 amid Quebec's elections. He's a former Montreal Alouette player, and he's written a new memoir entitled Eyes on the Horizon, My Journey Towards Justice. He joins us to discuss his book. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm happy to be here.
So you talk in your book about the importance of transforming Montreal into a home for all. Tell us about how your hometown changed, in your opinion.
Throughout my whole life, and I write about this in the memoir, is I go through a lot of ups and downs as it relates to my career, my family, getting on track, falling off track. And Montreal never really felt like home, whether it was my language, my identity, my socioeconomic status. And really what I detail in the book is this journey to create a place that we could feel at home. And much of my mayoral runs, whether at the local level or provincial level, it's all to create a place where we could feel welcome, where we can come as we are.
Yeah, and tell me a little bit more about your unique upbringing, because you do share that in your book. And how did that inspire you to really work towards justice for all?
Yeah, well, I grew up in an ashram. So I was born in Montreal, but for the first 9 years of my life, I grew up in an ashram, which is extremely spiritual. And many people don't know that about me. So despite the fact that I have this legal background, I went to McGill Law, I'm well educated, I also have a very spiritual side to me. And I think that is what anchors me to the ground, to the grassroots, but also gives me a moral compass that pushes me to advance justice. So much of my policies are explained in my book, but not in political terms. It's not a political book. It's more so a book that tells you why I do what I do, and it's linked to my journey and to my identity.
And ultimately, I guess running for politics is a way to help you to continue to fight for justice. So what's next for you now? Will you continue to run in politics?
Well, I always say that I think Montrealers are going to have to decide on that. To play political pundit for a moment, the mayor is extremely popular with her base. Ensemble Montréal, I think it's a crumbling party with not much of a future. And I think the mayor has a very, very strong chance of getting reelected. And for us at the grassroots level, we have to decide at one point are we going to go and win? At one point, it's great to advance policy and to advance ideas and fight for our rights and to create a place called home. But at one point you have to win. And I think if the polls come out and they show the mayor having a tremendous advance, despite all the issues, it's going to be a tough decision for us. And, last but not least, we need to be included in the debates. I don't talk about this in the book. I didn't want to criticize Montreal, but whether it's Chamber of Commerce or Radio Canada, we didn't feel like we had a proper space in our democracy. And I think we'd need some assurances before jumping in, because much of our election was just trying to get a voice as opposed to actually running a campaign. So a lot of things on the table to make that decision.
Thank you for your time and congratulations on your new book.
Thank you.